All right, you sexy sons of guns. I am going to show you today a very, very interesting brand and a very interesting product. And I believe that there is a very good opportunity for the right person to take inspiration, not copy, to take inspiration and do something very similar to this brand. Now, the reason that I'm talking about this is I think this is a very underutilized strategy in e-commerce. Most people that get into e-commerce, they think that they've got to come up with this incredible brand, this new thing, and I think one of the easiest ways to make money in e-commerce in 2024 is find something that's working that people are crushing it with, reverse engineer how they've done it, and then do the same thing. Now, I'm not talking about copying the brand from start to finish, but I'm talking about getting inspiration and basically launching your own version of something that already works with a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to show you the brand. I'm going to show you what they're doing on social media. I'm going to show you why I think it's working so well. And I'm going to show you then how I think that you can kind of do the same thing. Now, if you're a fan of that and you're interested in starting your own brand, check out the video description because we've got a community where we help people do stuff like this. So if you're interested in that, subscribe, check the video description. We've got all the information you could ever want. So let's get into it. Let's take a look at this brand, right? So this brand is called Cupid's and it's a pheromone infused fragrance. So it's basically an aftershave that I guess is filled with stuff that makes women find you attractive. Now, whether or not this sort of stuff works is, out there for debate. It's apparently scientifically formulated to attract. Attract what? I don't know. I suppose it is women. But look, they got a bunch of different stuff. Their branding is really, really different. I'm not sure if I love it or if I hate it. Like sometimes it looks a little bit cheap. And other times I think it looks quite cool. Like this kind of looks cool, but then this is a little bit different. But basically, these guys are absolutely killing it. As far as I can see, it's not a very old company. It looks like it started to take off on Amazon in the last sort of 12 months or so. Because if we come across to Amazon and we search Cupids at the top here, if you've got Helium 10, which is this tool here, which in the video description, there is an affiliate link for if you want to buy me a cup of coffee. But you can see that the amazing part of Helium 10 is you can see the search volume, right? So this brand has basically exploded in the past sort of 12 months. So you can see 12 months ago, October is roughly where we are. What we're on September the 29th. It was about 3,500 people searching for this every single month, right? But if you fast forward to now, at its peak, there was like 80,000 people searching for this brand. Now, this boom in branded search for a product like this, it's usually down or almost always down to external marketing, right? So they've been doing TikTok marketing, they've been doing Meta. So we're going to take a quick look at that and think about how you might be able to kind of reverse engineer this. Now, if you think about this as a product, it's a product that lends itself very well to the most important parts of e-commerce because it's got viral potential. It's very different. It stands out. It's weird. You can create content from it. Think about the content. I'm going to show you in a minute. Think about the content that you can make around a brand and a product like this. If you try and make content around a shopping board, then you're going to have to be one of the most creative people in the world to make that interesting. But because of the nature of this product, it's very, very interesting and it's easy to make interesting and fun content around it, which means it's easy to promote. Now, if we come across to TikTok, you'll see what I mean, right? So you've got all of these videos where all of these people are basically talking about this product, right? You've got this one up here. This one's got 1.7 million views. This woman is doing this fake podcast talking about how she walked past the guy, blah, 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 and he smelled great. Cupid fragrances. We're going to at the end. So this is 1.7 million views, right? This is 1.7 million views. So imagine I'm an 18, 19-year-old guy and I see that and I'm, going out trying to get lucky. I'm going to be like, there's another one here with the actual product at the top. So look, every guy wants that. Every guy wants to be the guy in the bar that walks past the ladies and they go, that guy smells incredible, because that's just the first thing that you can do to attract the ladies. So you can see why this product has done so well on TikTok with short form content, because it lends itself super well to being able to create content around it. So that's one of the first things that you need to be thinking of when you're looking to build a brand, right? You need to think, is this something that I can promote easily using influencers, using short form content? If we take a look at these guys' Meta ad library, if you don't know what this is basically where you can come and you can type in a brand. I've come here, I've typed in the brand name and it comes up unless you search it. You type in the brand and then you can basically see all of the ads that these products are running. And this is super, super useful. You can basically see almost their entire marketing strategy. So if you understand what the product is, you understand what the branding is, you understand how they're marketing it, and if you understand how much money they're making, you've basically reversed engineered their entire business. Now, if you know how to go out and source a similar product and brand it in a very interesting way, and then you know how to market it with meta ads and TikTok and all these other things, there's no reason why you can't do the same thing. Now, this is a brand that's doing at least 12 to $15 million a year, and all they sell is this weird little stuff. So you can see, I think they've got these podcast sort of adverts as well. So look, these are the types of ads that they're doing. They're doing these ads with these crazy hooks. This is this fake podcast sort of strategy, right? But it's obviously working for them, right? So Cupid Fragrances, is this the same website? I don't know if this is the same. So you got this one, you got cupids.com. And I assume it's the same one. But these guys are sending this to a different kind of landing page, right? So it looks like they've got the main website here. And then what these companies do sometimes is when they run the ads, they'll send them to a slightly different landing page. So this one's more of like an infographic, as seen. Look at the social proof, how the pheromones work. So this is helping people understand how this works. So when a woman smells a pheromone infused fragrance, brain response seduction. How are we different? So then, these are not the only people on the market. And again, this is one of those things, right? A lot of beginners, they will see this and think, oh, well, somebody's already doing that. But that's a good thing because that means that there is demand. And that means that these guys have got product market fit. They've gone to all of the work of testing this out and making it work. And then it's just your job to kind of reverse engineer that and do your own version of it. So they've done a great job. They've got, my wife is jealous. Women come up to me. Ladies couldn't resist. Try it for 30 days. So you can get a 50% discount. Let's have a look. I mean, wow, look at this checkout page. Now, this is some serious, this is crazy. All right. So look, what they're doing is they're pushing you to get buy two, get one free, buy three, get two free. So they don't want you to buy just the one, right? You can get this one on its own for $60. But if you get this one, which they're saying is the most popular, it's only $39 per bottle. So the total is $119. So this is where these types of products are so good for paid advertising, because if you try and sell a product that only costs $35 and you're trying to make it work with meta ads like this, it's very, very difficult. But if these guys, what they're doing here is they're trying to get you to bump up your order amount. So imagine you land on here and you really want this thing, right? Then they slam this offer in your face. So it's really difficult to not get this one, because you're going to get 2 bottles and you get 1 for free. I mean, yeah, $119. And then look what they're doing. I guess pheromones do work because my wife's all over this scent. It's kind of making me want to get some of this now. So look, guys, this is what they're doing. It's super, super smart. And if you come across the Amazon, you'll see that they're doing $1 million a month. They got a nice little listing, pretty cool. Let's have a look at the keywords that they rank for. Another great feature of Helium 10 is this cerebral tool. So this is such an interesting product, man. It's such an interesting product and such an interesting niche. And all you need to do is you need to learn the skills to bring products like this to market. And it's not that difficult once you get used to doing it. You can probably source this product in China. You can get all of the raw ingredients and have it sent to the US or sent to the UK, sent to Europe. And then you just have it bottled up in the UK or in Europe, wherever. And then you sell it, right? But I guarantee this is probably from China, probably packaged up in the US, or maybe even just bought from China. Like their branding is good to make it seem like it's this high-end, sort of crazy, top quality product. But I almost guarantee that it's probably not. And then if you actually read the reviews, it doesn't sound like it's that great. But look at it. So they rank number 1 for men's cologne. That's crazy. So this shows you how many. This shows you the sort of product market fit that this product has, because they're outranking, some big brands here. They're selling more than Versace. That's crazy. I didn't know that they ranked number 1 for that. So you can see all this, like Cupid's perfume, men's cologne. Let's have a look. Let's sort this by search volume. So cologne for men, it ranks organically number 3. Cupid cologne for men 51,000 people. This is the beauty of the advertising that they're doing on TikTok and the advertising that they're doing on Meta. And they're just getting, they're getting stupid sales volume and people searching. Dr. Squatch, that's another big brand. So how do I think that you would be able to recreate this, right? I think if you try to recreate this in the US, unless you've got a pretty big budget, you might struggle. But what I would look at doing is I would be looking at other territories. I would be building out a Shopify site. I would be copying what they've been doing. So what these guys, where were they doing it on? I would be copying this where they're driving people with these creative ads. They're driving people to this landing page. They're talking about the science behind it. They're talking about how it works with the pheromones. They've got the great branding. And I think you could test doing something like this for not too much money. You drive people to a Shopify store, you build out something that looks similar to this, and you just test it and you see how it goes. You create a really cool brand. I don't think their branding is that cool. I don't think it's that good. And if we search pheromone, I always forget, pheromone cologne, what you're going to see is a bunch of other products. You've got this one called Raw Chemistry. You've got Hair Loss, which is the one from Rob the Bank, which I was familiar with before. I don't know how much these guys are doing. Look at this. This is $83. $83. Let's say how much money is doing. 94K. All right. So it's not crushing it as much. I'm not a huge fan of the branding. I think the branding looks quite cheap on this. Sorry, Rob. I'm a big fan of yours, but I think the branding is a little bit cheap. But this is such an interesting niche to me. I don't know whether this is the same brand. Looks like a little bit of a ripoff, but I just don't think the branding in any of these spaces is that good. Let's have a look at this one. This is $32. This one's a bit cheaper. This is a pheromone infused. The branding on this one, I think, is a little bit cooler. But where I think you can do this is if you come across to the UK market and you search pheromone cologne or pheromone aftershave, you can see that this niche is kind of popping off in the UK market. And pheromone perfume for women has got 16,000 monthly searches. You can see that starting to take off. And then you've got, so when, I don't actually know, now I'm just saying that out loud. Are people searching pheromone perfume for women to buy it for women? Or are they buying it because they want to attract women? It must be that, right? But look, the UK market is full of these cheap looking, crappy looking, just cheap crap. Now, if you only launch a product on Amazon, you're going to be competing with these people on price. But what you want to be doing is you want to be launching this on Shopify, driving ads, driving TikTok traffic, and then those people are going to go to Amazon and search for your brand. So when they search, Alex's pheromone perfume for women, then it's going to pop up and they're going to buy it and they'll pay an extra $10, $15 because they're looking specifically for your brand because they've seen it on TikTok, they've seen it on Facebook, on Instagram, all of that stuff. Let's have a look. Pheromone aftershave. Let's see who's doing it in the UK. Let's see if anybody's in here killing it. So Uniguard and Venom Love Cologne, pheromone after. So it doesn't look like in the UK, there's a huge amount of demand for the men's version of this, right? So men's, am I spelling it wrong? Pheromone aftershave. Let's see, pheromone perfume for men. Do people really search pheromone perfume? But you can see this one, right? 1,000 plus bought this month. Looks like we've got a few. Oh, we've actually got this brand here. It looks like it's being sold by a reseller though. So the demand in the UK directly isn't absolutely massive. But what I would do if I was looking to launch this is I would just reverse engineer everything that this other brand in the US has done. I wouldn't just launch it on Amazon. I would launch it on Shopify with Meta ads, TikTok shop ads. I would use TikTok influencers. And I think that you could create a really nice little brand in the UK by essentially just kind of ripping that brand off from the US. And if you think about it, the range of products that you could perhaps launch after that as well, you can just basically see what these guys are selling. So visit Cupid's store, follow us with the first to know about any products. So look, they've got the women's, which is interesting. That's very, very cute. Let's have a look what they got. They got these dry oils. What's this? Oil perfume? So like in a little dropper. I don't know what you do with that. So you take it out on a night out. Anyway, you get the idea. So this is just an example. There's hundreds and hundreds of brands like this that if you're doing your research and if you're using things like exploding topics, if you're finding these trending products and you know how to build brands and source products and test them and launch them, there's so many unbelievable opportunities. So that's it for this one. I will see you in the next one. Now you should go and watch this video up here somewhere. Not sure which one it's going to be. Go and watch it because it's probably going to be awesome, because it's probably going to be about me, or it's by me. All right, sweet. See you in the next one. Peace.